dy over dx equals 1 over x. Let's start there. So there's two ways, like I think a lot of you, let's do it. Because the next thing we're doing, you don't need to do what I'm about to show you for this. You need it for the next thing. Let me just show you now. You can kind of decide what you want to do. What we're going to get into tomorrow, Monday, is we're integrating with two variables. It's called separation of variables. You put all the y's on one side, you put all the x's on the other side. You integrate y's over here, you integrate x's over here, and then you kind of put them back together at the end. So I'm going to start like heading down that path. So I'm going to put all my y's on one side, all my x's on the other side. And all that means in this case, I'm going to multiply both sides by like dx. So that would give me dy equals 1 over x times dx, which you might want to even write as x to the negative first times dx. And then like we're technically integrating both sides here too, we just normally wouldn't think about it that way. If I integrate, put a different color, it's like a new action. So if I integrate that and I integrate that, what's the integral of dy? It's really like a 1 here. What's the integral of 1 with respect to y? It's y. So the integral of 1 is going to be y. What is the integral of x to the negative first? Gateway must have worked. So this is the natural log of the absolute value of x plus c. And then they're going to give you a pair of, or a point that you can plug in there to find out what c is. So like this is your x, this is your y. And if I plug those in, I will get 0 equals natural log of 1 plus c. The point of this is so that I can find out what c is. What is the natural log of 1? 0. So remember that's like if you throw equals y over here, natural log means a base of e. And then your little circle pattern will tell you e to what power gives you 1. So what power is always going to give you 1 is 0. So that's why this is 0. And then I get 0 equals 0 plus c. So c equals 0. And then I'm writing my solution over here again, but I can do it like better now because I have gone through the process and found out what c is. So you put plus 0, or you can not. And then I put the drawing on here also so you can kind of see it. You're going to have to draw them starting probably on Monday. I'll have to draw them. But you can just kind of like look and see how it goes. So at 1, 0 is right there. And then if you notice, it's almost like, you know, the people at the airport that have those like bright lights that like wave you which way to go. Subdue or okay. Yeah. So these are like those almost. You see how every slope in this column is that exactly? So your slope better be that in that column also. Your slope in this column, like when x equals 2 looks like this, so you better look like this too. And it's just kind of guiding you through. And then these are all like vertical, so you can't go past that. So it's just kind of guiding you through the slope. And you'll have to draw them, but I think you should look at them and kind of make sure you understand like where they're coming from because on Monday you will have to. But for today, that would be your final answer. You're good. The back of the packet, I'm sure, says something like when x is greater than 0. You don't have to worry about that. The reason is because you can't take the natural log of a negative. We got to fix that here. Just don't worry about that. Is that okay for one? Yeah, that's not bad, right? You can say tough. That's so it's just tough. Alright, same idea here. I'm going to multiply both sides by dx. So I get dy equals 4x plus 3 times dx. And I want the particular solution, that means like the original level, like what is y equal. So if I've got dy and dx and I want to go up to the y and x level, how do I get from dy to y? How do I get from dx to x? Integrate. Integrate both sides. What's the integral of dy? Is y. And then over here, what's the integral of 4x? 2x squared. Integral of 3 is 3x. And then you've got a plus c, right? So this is called the general solution. Plus c there. Then they give me this extra information so that I can find the particular solution. So y is 3 when x is 1. So 3 equals 2 plus 3 times c, which would end up with c equals negative 2. Those 3's just chop off, and then the 2 has to come over to the left. So, this is our general. Our particular, or sometimes we call it specific, would just be replace c with what we know it is. Now that we've done that. And then again, looking at your drawing, so at 1 comma 3 I'm right here, just kind of noticing that the slopes kind of weave through, match up with the slopes that they're crossing through. That's the answer, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's the answer. That makes sense. Is that still tough? See about that? Tough? You want to try 3? No, don't do 3. Because we've done one like that. We've done one like 4. Try it. Yeah, try this one. Is that number 5? Try 5. That's the top of the other. Come on. We're all rooting for you. It's not that. So again, I would. Am I going too soon? Should I wait a second? You're useless, Jeff. Sorry. Should I wait a second, or am I good? 5 more seconds. Thank you. Done? Ethan, we got it up.
Yeah.
So again, I'm just trying to get used to the pattern of getting the y's on one side and the x on the other side right now. You don't technically need to do that through this problem, but you will on Monday, so I'm kind of leading you down that road. So times dx on both sides, we'll cross those out over here and put out my x's over there. So that's my first step. So I go dy equals. If I rewrite that, because I can't integrate in this form, right? So if I rewrite that, it's 2x to the negative second, and then times dx. And then I'm going to integrate both sides. So the the integral of dy is y. The integral of, so x to the negative second, I would add 1 to the power, and then multiply by the reciprocal of that power. So what's the reciprocal of negative 1? Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, and then you got your plus c. And all we're doing is plugging in to find out what that plus c is. So I've got x is negative 1, and y is negative 1, actually, they're both are. So negative 1 equals 2 times negative 1 to the negative first, plus c. So this is just negative 1. And then what does a negative exponent do? Flips it, right? So what's negative 1 to the first power? Just negative 1 to the first. Negative 1. And then a negative exponent means I flip over that negative 1. What's negative 1 flipped over? Still negative 1. Then if I multiply it by 2, now I got negative 2. So if I add 2 to both sides, I get that c equals 1. And now I can take this general, I was not really knowing as much information before equation that I had, and rewrite it in a more specific, accurate way. So c is not 1. And that's your answer. Oh. I just forgot the negative sign here. So negative 1 equals, that'll be 2 plus c, right?
Yes.
So c equals negative 3.
Yes.
It's a good thing I left it.
Right.
And then that's your answer. And again, you can look at you're going to have to draw these lines. So it'd be a good idea to look at them. So negative 1, comma negative 1. This here. I would have drawn it more like this. Something like that. And the AP test would definitely accept like both those answers. You're kind of guessing because you're just like working your way through lines. As long as you're reasonably close, they're pretty cool with it. How many had that one? Why's that? We good to go? You want to look through? Is there another one you look at? Like, hey, this one was rough. Can we do this one? Try. I mean, thanks for your feedback. Had to go and like another one through. Thanks for the option. No problem. Yes, sir. Maybe she could buy you like a car. Maybe she could buy you a jacket. Do you know what's up? Maybe that's the issue. I'm just trying to figure out how. Because no matter what he says, he doesn't make smile at every single time. Like I said, sorry to yell at us.
That was last semester. I knew I
Remember you read that cheat sheet like as the test was being handed out? just fun that I could. Certainly not.
Natural water point is 0. 3 equals snow.
And you used to come in there with comments already, right? Well, I like 2 hours. That's what you said.
Yeah.
My fault. So for those of you taking the AP test, we're still getting through some stuff. We're gonna try to kind of do both, and I'm gonna have a practice test for you next week, hopefully Monday, with my worked out answers. So you can take it. Well, I mean, it'll be on Schoology. It's something you can use for the whole week. Your test is until next Monday, so you don't have to do it. But I'll have a practice test or 2, I'll have resources for you. You can try. Oh, that's what it's gonna be. If you're not taking the AP test, you're gonna have a title. I don't know what it is yet, though. That's a little harsh. I need to give you a file, and I need to have something to do for the last 3 weeks. So it's probably gonna be a packet. It won't really take 2 weeks, but I can say let's just work on the packet. I'm gonna make a separate packet.
Yeah.
You have a file if you're not taking the AP. If you are taking the AP test, that is your file. Hang out. You don't. Do you have to come? Yeah, you have to come, but you're not responsible for anything. If you took it, or you could do the option. You could do the file if you wanted, and if you did well, that would boost your grade. I won't. If you didn't do well, I won't touch it. So it'd be only upside. It's just an option. Again, that allows me. That gives me cover. I can say yeah, that would. Absolutely.
So that's the foot down.
I know exactly what you mean. I think everyone would.
Yeah,
But I would.
do it, Jack.
Points. Wait, yeah. He's done, isn't he?
Yeah, he's smart.
He ditched his last spot. Didn't even say anything.
Well, he didn't want to best to do it. He sucks.
Because he's doing it.
No, you gotta keep talking about it.
Yeah. So Well, am I asked an internship? Like I know you are, but you're not till like after the test, right? Right. Until they beat them, right? And then you're dipping. Yeah. People still say dip. Can I say dip? What? Probably be like, here's a packet, give it to me before school gets out. So, but it'll be a decent amount of work, but it won't be 4 weeks of work. It'll be like, no, I wouldn't even say that. Probably 1.
Okay, I don't care. Where's my glasses? You lost it? Don't. You did steal it. I'm not accusing you. It's just bro.
When is prom?
Good it is. Why? I'm about to break your paper. Jack, what about this? I don't know, I've seen it. Oh, triple. Dude, I didn't even tell you that. I never even heard that. Did you see that?